We're at Wildwood Park where the A's continue their weekend series against the Chicago Rockies. In yesterday's doubleheader, the A's split, losing 8-1 in Game 1 and winning Game 2 9-2. Today, they will face the Rockies in another doubleheader, and we'll be facing Colin Finelli, who was their shortstop the last 2 days. They are going to face one of the aces of the Sheboygan A staff, Jared Rekleitis. It was an interesting doubleheader yesterday, Lucas. My name is Mike Martin alongside Lucas Schulze. We'll be bringing you today's game. Lucas, was an interesting doubleheader yesterday.
Yeah, both games were blowouts. The thing was, it was just one team won each one. The first game, it was very close pitcher's duel when Garanzi was on the mound. Then once he came out early in the 7th inning, things kind of went south for the A's, and a 7-run inning, and all of a sudden the A's lose 8-1. And then Game 2, the offense exploded early, scored that 8-run frame the second, and then won 9-2. So 2 blowouts yesterday.
The winning teams also had complete games pitched by their starter. Carl Holm went for the complete game win in Game 1 for Chicago, and Jason Bunton pitched a complete game to win it for Sheboygan in Game 2, and that complete game placed Jason in third place on the all-time list in complete games. That's quite an accomplishment considering he didn't play all that many years. Well, he played quite a few, but not like the other 2 guys. I think it was Eckert and Casper led in that department, first and second. He also tied with Tim Spiro in games started.
Yeah, so, just the trivia question yesterday. Look at that. Look how it all ties together.
Spiro was the answer to the trivia question, and name comes up again today. Mike Martin, who pitched a solid 5 innings yesterday, is going to be the leadoff hitter today. I don't know if they refer to him as Marty like they do me, but we'll call him Mike Martin until we find that out. Martin playing at third base today, moving from the mound to third.
Yeah, he came into a mess in that 2nd inning, and they kind of figured it out, and then really didn't allow much damage after that.
Yeah, no runs after that. I think he might have been charged with a run the first couple of hitters he faced, but he looked really good. Why don't you go through the Sheboygan A's defense?
Defensively for Sheboygan from left to right in the outfield. Left field is Calvin Kiesler. He started both games with doubleheader yesterday. And center field is Alex Ames, the on-base machine. And then in right field for Sheboygan today is Nick Tenney. And then infield around the horn from third to first, Jacob Neese is at third. Riley Palmquist, the everyday shortstop, is at shortstop today. The second baseman, George Haas. And then obviously the first baseman, Harry Stelt. And then behind the plate, the battery is Cal Casper at catcher. And then Jared Rekleitis, the pitcher for Sheboygan in Game 1 of the doubleheader today.
Calling his own 2 to Martin. Rekleitis had another great season last year with the A's. Jared pitched in 9 games, started all 9, had 2 complete games. In 49 innings, he struck out 69 batters, had a record of 3-2 with 1 shutout. And got him with a high fastball. Rekleitis' ERA last season was 2.57.
He's always a consistent pitcher, but 2.57 for him, it's got to be a down year. Just a couple years ago, he had an ERA under 0.5.
It was really outstanding. He had quite a year. It was a few years ago. Bowling, who led off both games yesterday, is batting second today, and first pitch flies out to Ames. hit the ball hard. One of the guys missing from yesterday's doubleheader is their catcher, Mosley, and he had a home run, a double, I believe.
Double, yep.
Not a home run, a double. His presence will be missed.
He had a couple of frustrating at-bats in game 2. Kind of showed that frustration, not running through the play and then throwing the bat to his own dugout.
Greg Ludwig is the number 3 hitter for the Rockies. He's their left fielder. We didn't see him at all yesterday. Slow roller out to Haas. And that's a quick 1-2-3 inning for Reclitus. And after a half inning of play, Chicago nothing. A's coming to bat.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support programs like Boys and Girls Clubs and Girls Who Code that show kids they can dream anything and do even more. You help support programs like Boys and Girls Clubs and Girls Who Code that show kids they can dream anything and do even more. Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support programs like Boys and Girls Clubs and Girls Who Code that show kids they can dream anything and do even more.
Alex Ames stepping in to lead off the bottom of the first for Sheboygan. Batting order is Ames leading off, George Haas batting second, Harry Stell third, Jacob Neese fourth, Riley Palmquist, the stellar shortstop for Sheboygan, is fifth. Jimmy Jurgensen DHing again is in the sixth spot. Cal Casper hitting seventh. Calvin Kiesler playing left field is batting eighth, and batting ninth and playing right field is Lucas Lemons. I don't know. Did he get hit by... Bill, did he get hit by a pitch? Yeah. Oh, okay. Moving up the all-time list is Alex Ames with another hit by pitch. I know he was close to getting up into the top 10 of the all-time hit by pitches. Batting second is Haas. Haas looking for his first Sheboygan A's hit. Lemon's not in the lineup, by the way. Had the wrong score sheet. CJ had sent us a note regarding yesterday's game and two Gorowskis. Why don't you talk about that,
Yeah,
Lucas?
the A's starting pitcher from game 1, Gavin Goronsky, went the first 6+ innings yesterday, pitched really well, And he got a chance to pitch against his father, Todd Goronsky, who's the first baseman. They took a picture after the game to celebrate that event.
Took some pictures. Oh, good bunt. Martin's throw is just in time. Good play by the third setter.
Yeah, it's really tough for an infielder to come and make that play, especially with the speed that we know Haas has early on this year. But we'll give him a sacrifice for it, so he's still 0 for 0.
That brings up Harry Stelt. Harry has climbed past Lee Wettenkamp for third place on the all-times hit list. Harry now has 758 hits. And so far this year, Harry is tied for fourth in the runs scored category at 504. He'll break that with the next run that he scores. He'll move up into third place.
Harry's been really good so far this season, especially with runners in scoring position. He had 2 hits yesterday with the runners in scoring position, both singles. That's part of that big first and second inning for Sheboygan.
Harry is currently tied with Randy Wilkie. There's a drive out into our right field, but the right fielder comes over, makes a fine catch, and Ames will advance on the flyout.
Seems like a hard hit ball maybe got off the end just a little bit. Off
Yes.
The end of the bat.
Lugo out and right, he was a little bit shaky after a couple of balls hit out to him yesterday, but seemed like the more balls hit to him, the better he got, and he.
Yeah, we were talking about him being shaky, then he makes a nice catch and the diving catch on the very next play, so must have hurt us up here.
Made a nice play on that hard hit ball. Jacob Neese is in there. He's hitting .333 with an RBI. Hitting .267.
Harry was hitting 330. Forgot to switch. And 1/4 a double in his last game. He's already got 2 doubles on the year in his first 3 home games.
1 ball and 2 strikes on Jacob. A high hop. And a nice play. Throw over is in time, and that ends the Sheboygan first. After 1 complete, no score.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you don't just feed yourself or your family. You help support programs like Simply Give that feed our neighbors in need.
Thank you.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Wingism number 1, the Flavor Saver. Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 2, the Joker.
Then her dad walked in. Dude, we're done eating. Use a napkin.
Serious?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Why so serious?
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Mitch Jordan is getting ready to lead off the second for Chicago. Game
was the
time
guy.
temperature is 64 degrees, and I'm not sure if I mentioned this, but our home plate umpire today is Steve Walsh. He's a good one. And on the bases is Chris Sisler. And
Jordan was the guy that hit the home run yesterday.
yeah, he belted that one. That was a good hit. Throw is off the mark by Nice. Backing up the play was Casper, and keeps Jordan on at first on an E5.
And it's not an easy play running on that. And you know, Jordan showed a little bit of speed on that play. I think the A's are just most thankful that it did go in the dugout and that Jordan would be standing at third base right now.
Right. Brings up Benji Rodriguez. Rodriguez was 0 for 3 in game 2 and 0 for 2 in game 1. So he's looking for his first hit on the weekend.
One thing we know about this Chicago team from what we've seen in the first 2 games is that they can get hot at any moment. They can look dormant for innings at a time, then all of a sudden, just like that, they can find it, string together some hits and score some runs.
Liner right at Nice, caught it, and then he makes a strong, accurate throw back to Harry to double up Jordan. Nice play by Jacob.
Well, he gets it back then. Just redeems himself on that one. Goes right back to him, and then gets a double play on a, as you said, accurate throw to Harry that time.
Not your traditional double play, but we'll take it. It's still a pitcher's best friend.
100%.
Colin Finelli. The Rockies pitcher.
And one thing that's interesting about what the Rockies are doing today is they don't have a sub for a doubleheader, back-to-back doubleheader. That can be difficult.
I was thinking about that before the game started. What happens if one of their guys gets hurt? You know, I wouldn't put it past him to send one of the guys over to, you know, fill in so they could continue playing.
Yeah, it's tough. At least, I guess the positive thing for Chicago is that it's not a insanely hot day where it's going to take a number on them throughout the game.
Right. The biggest thing is the pitching. You know, you got to get your starter to go a few innings so you don't have to go too deep into your other players. I wouldn't be surprised if Ludwig, the kid we hadn't seen at all yesterday, is a pitcher, and maybe he's going game 2.
Yeah, you wouldn't expect any of their pitchers to be in the infield, for sure.
Not able to check the swing was Finelli, and another strikeout for Rec, and after an inning and a half, no score.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support organizations like Hope House Mission and New Hope Shelter that give people around here warmth, shelter, and care.
Me smells the great taste of Sheboygan.
What does it take to stay in business for 75 years? It's not only featuring USDA choice beef. It's not caring about every single one of our 30 varieties of bratwurst. Nope. After being family-owned for 3 generations, we've learned it's about you. At Miesfeld's Market, we give back to the community, and our customers always come first. Since 1941, we've been feeding our neighbors, so come by and see what we've got today. Wingism number 3, the Peter Heater.
Oh, so hot.
Oh, so hot!
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 4, tea time.
What are you, having tea with the queen?
Hello.
Nice.
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Nick Tenney is going to lead off the second inning for Sheboygan. Nick is looking for his first hit of the season. He does have an RBI, however. Nick is out in right field today. I was going to say about our base umpire, Chris Sisler. This is quite a ways back now, but he used to be the manager for the Two Rivers Polar Bears.
Oh, really? Great. The first two teams we play
Yep.
at home, at least.
Slow roller up the middle. Nice pick up and throw by Rodriguez. Benji was over at third yesterday.
Sometimes in these non-league games that Sheboygan's played in the past, we see the defenses make a lot of errors that really end up costing them and lead to big innings. We haven't really seen that with the Chicago team. Very sure-handed defensive team.
They have been, you're right. Jimmy hitting 500. He's been hot these first 4 games. Also has a home run.
He's also hitting 750 with runners in scoring position so far this season. He's been doing it all and when it matters early in the season.
Yeah, we talked about Jimmy hitting a home run in that same game. Jordan hit his home run. And I was thinking for a second there, maybe you should be the lead announcer because we hit a lot of home runs
See, I'm saying
when
that.
you're announcing. But you also give up a
I
lot.
do. do. Just like to see the ball go over the fence.
Yeah, right. Riley Palmquist with a swing and a miss. Nice crowd today. Hits one up in the air. Bowling has it measured and makes the catch, and that ends Sheboygan's second after 2 complete. Still, no score.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you shop for more than yourself. You help support sustainability in all our communities.
Thank you.
Today, tomorrow, and for years to come.
Back here at Wildwood Park, I was just looking up some career totals for Jared Recolaitis. Jared is entering his 8th season with the A's. He also has pitched 50 games. He's last on the list. That's still quite an accomplishment. He's up with his 51st start. He needs to get to 56 starts to pass Rick Rice, who is just above him. Game started. Recolaitis has 46. He could pass Derek Lumens, who has 50. And where is all this leading us? Well, I wanted to mention Eric Schmitz, who's 14. He's entering his 14th year this year. It's second, tied for second with all the pitchers in just the pitching category. Of course, the all-time leader in seasons played with Sheboygan is Gene Mand with 25. Second on that list is Dave Gare, longtime second baseman. Schmitty is tied with or is tied now starting his 14th year. Will Madsen and Tom Eckert. Freddie Forsterling leads pitching staffs in years played with 16 years. Todd Gorowski, we mentioned him earlier, being the father of Gavin, is up there. Big thank you goes out to Tim Moyer for providing us with the 2025 year in review and records for the Sheboygan A's. It's a yearly publication. You can buy that in the team store. Nice, trouble with the sun, but was able to navigate it and made the catch. Good play by Jacob.
People just think pop-ups are, oh, it's a play you can't mess up. But the way the wind goes, especially when it comes to when it's windy outside and the sun like the way it is.
If you get a really high one, they are not easy.
Not as easy as it looks.
What's amazing is when you watch a major league game and those infielders are taking those high pop-ups and they make it look so easy, but it's really not. The fly ball, base hit out to left field. Jeremy Spears, he played right field yesterday. He's catching today.
First base hit for either team tonight.
Lugo started in right field in game 2. He did not appear in game 1. He took over Spears' spot in right in game 2. Lugo gets a base hit.
Attacking Kiesler over there in left field.
Yeah, he dumped it right over Riley's head. That was the first hit for Darius. And that takes us back to the top of the order. Mike Martin.
Last thing you want to see is Chicago start to string hits together like they did yesterday.
Recklitis starts Martin off with a fastball, in for a strike. Chicago has runners on first and second, 1 out. A breaking pitch for a strike. Recklitis way up on the count. I'm sure he'll be looking to strike out Martin if he can. Pitch rides up high.
And we know Recklitis can get his outs via the strikeout, just as he can get his outs any way that he wants. He's just that talented of a pitcher. But a strikeout would be really nice here, or a ball on the ground to a middle infielder.
Bowling waiting on deck. He's no slouch either. There's a called strike 3. Martin goes down on strikes for the second time in the ball game. And he looks like your partner up there at bat.
He's got to be hitting leadoff for a reason.
Mike Bowling.
Did you ever hit leadoff in your career?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I figured.
Yeah. Not often, but a few times until he found out I couldn't hit.
So that stole the bases.
Yes. Bowling takes that first breaking pitch for a strike. Recklitis trying to work out of a jam. We're in the top of the third.
And after those for recollection.
In Reclitus's 49 innings last year, he only walked 11. Bowling trying to hang in there and does.
That's a definition of an emergency hack right there.
Exactly.
Incredible that he made.
When we come back for the bottom of the third, we're going to have our trivia question for the game. Bowling again, hanging in there, making Jared work.
As a pitcher, it's got to be one of the most annoying things. I'm sure you felt it before when the guy just keeps fouling
Oh,
off
yeah.
and staying alive.
We're playing a game in not Burlington. The line drive up the middle. Good stop. And a great play by Riley Palmquist, diving, got the ball, jumped to his feet, made a strong throw, and got Bowling by back.
Let me tell you a story about a beer rooted in the heart of America, found in a community where a handshake is a sure contract, brewed for those who found opportunity in challenge and hope in tomorrow, raised by generations willing to sip, share, risk, remember. This is a story bigger than beer. This is the story of the American spirit.
All right, guys, we got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. Enjoy. All right, DOA wings, hottest on the menu.
You got a problem?
We saw Riley Palmquist make that great play to end the top of the third. That's how you become the defensive MVP. Regarding that Horicon story, I made the start. I knew I wasn't coming back for the next couple of seasons because of being in the military, in the Navy particularly, specifically. But anyway, batter was up there for Horicon. I'm on the mound. I'm actually pitching a good game, and he just kept fouling pitch after pitch. I mean, he must have fouled off 6 or 7. Finally, my catcher, Charlie Cometer, let the kid know what was coming on the next pitch. And I think he wound up getting a base hit, and when we came in after the half inning, Charlie said, you know, Marty, that guy was just getting beat too pesky. I let him know you were throwing the fastball. We ended up winning the game, and I got the win that day.
Wow.
So that was kind of nice, yeah.
Would you have had no hitter if it weren't for that
No,
hit?
no. Cal Casper leading off for Sheboygan. He's hitting an even 200. That'll hopefully go up as the season progresses. Our trivia question for this ball game: this Hall of Fame slugger played in the 70s and 80s and won 2 MVP awards and led the team in RBIs 4 years in a row. The guy was quite a player. Very big personality, too. Casper breaks his back, but he did get the ball to the pitcher, who makes the play, and that's going to bring up Calvin Kiesler.
I think broken bats got to hurt a lot more with the A's than they do with MLB. You don't have like 15 bats to
it's
go.
Worse on a cold day.
That's true. But in the MLB, you got like 15 bats. You don't even think about it. But
you know, the other end of the counter was really quiet on that. Oh, Bill with a great guess. And CJ being CJ the way we like him, quiet. Listen to Bill. Kiesler, look what was looked like a pretty good pitch for a ball. It's 3-1.
Kiesler was such a solid piece of this A's lineup. He got a lot of playing time last year, especially later in the season in the outfield. I can only imagine that's going to be a lot very similar in 2026.
You know, the guy playing third does not look like Mike Martin. Just saying.
Because it's Mitch Jordan.
Spears had it bounce off his glove. Kiesler strikes out, but reaches on a pass ball.
Mike Martin's at short.
Mike Martin's at short. It does look like Mike Martin at short.
That's his jersey.
Stop bragging. Reading the wrong column. Mike Martin wears number 5, not the third baseman. That's a wild pitch. And all of a sudden, Sheboygan has a man in scoring position.
Without the benefits of a base hit, walk, or error. Well, I guess you could say error on the strikeout. Not a conventional way to get a man to second base, for sure.
No, I think the official way they rule it is a pass ball.
Pass ball, yeah.
But since it's like an error on the catcher, even though they don't classify it as an error, if the run scores, it's unearned. Which, if he'd reach on what would be classified as a wild pitch, then it's an earned run. Because then it's the pitcher's fault.
But even in E1 on the pitcher is technically an unearned run then. Even if it's the pitcher's throw, that was the reason.
Ames with 7 walks already on the season. It's that one foul down the right field side.
Feels like he's getting walked multiple times in every single game. I mean, 7 walks in your first 3 games is pretty impressive. And not to mention he's gotten hit by, what, 3 pitches now, too?
He's climbing up that list. Pitch is outside. George Haas waiting on deck. He's looking for their first hit of the ball game. We're in the bottom of the 3rd, no score. And a walk.
What are the chances? I mean, he has so few real at-bats. He started every game. He's only got 7 official at-bats. And since game 3, he's got more walks than official at-bats.
Right. Haas grounded out the 3rd. A nice play by Jordan. Finelli having trouble finding the strike zone all of a sudden. Oh, tough break. Pitch was inside, and Haas not able to get the bat out of the way, fouls it off.
Would you give Haas a sacrifice in that first at bat?
No.
No?
He grounded. Oh.
He bunted.
Yeah, that's right. He made a nice play. That's right. It was a bunt. It was a sacrifice. I will put that down. So George is 0 for 0 with the sacrifice bunt, to his credit. With one out, you wouldn't expect him to be bunting in this situation. Nice breaking pitch by Finelli. And pitch is way upstairs. Now the count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
You wonder if that strikeout that got passed kind of flustered Finelli a little bit on the mound. He was cruising right along the first 2+ innings.
Right. It's kind of amazing. One little thing can set a different tone to a game, and runners are on the move. Looked like a good throw by Spears down to Jordan, but Sisler says that when the catch was made, he lifted his glove up, and then that allowed the base stealer, Kiesler, to slide in safely. Haas goes down on strikes. The runners move up, and Harry is the hitter. Harry flew out to right. First time.
Well, we know Harry can hit with the runner in scoring position. He said that so many times in his long, illustrious A's career.
Count is even at 1-1. We mentioned yesterday Harry led the ball club in RBIs last year.
Nearly had 50 of them. 48.
I thought it was 48.
Yep, nearly 50. That was.
Harry takes that pitch for a strike. Count is 2-2. Oh, Harry took the pitch. He thought it was going outside. So did we, but touched the outside corner for a called strike 3, and Sheboygan does not score in the third after 3 complete. We're still scoreless.
Estimated hold time is now less than 96 minutes. Thank you for your patience.
Sorry, are you still there?
Yes.
Okay, please hold.
Getting ready to start the top of the fourth. Jared Recoleta still on the mound for Sheboygan. He'll face Ludwig, Jordan, and Rodriguez, the numbers 3, 4, and 5 hitters for the Rockies.
And you'd have to think that unless something really goes awry for Recoleta on the mound, you'd have to think he's going the complete game.
He certainly hasn't amassed a lot of pitches, which is good. Should allow him to go longer in the game. Ludwig is up. First pitch swinging, it's a bouncer to Harry, and he's going to take it to the bag himself. And that's going to bring up Mitch Jordan. Jordan reached on a throwing error, but due to some bad base running, was picked off at first on a line drive to Jacob that he caught just off the dirt, and then threw back to first for the double play.
Yeah, that's a tough play as base runner. You kind of just hung out to dry. You see it go in the glove, there's not much you can do.
Yes, there is.
Well, you can
wait for the ball to go through or be caught.
I'm saying once you're already out there, though. But yeah, you could be an elite base runner and wait for it to go through. Yeah.
The grounder to Riley. That's an easy 6-3 put out. 2 outs in the fourth, and we talked about Jared going the distance and not amassing a lot of pitches. We're seeing a great example of it with these first two Rocky hitters.
They still got 3 strikeouts despite the efficiency showing on the mound.
Reminds you of the 5 innings that Eric Schmitz threw the other night. Not a lot of strikeouts, and I know when I talked to him at one of the practices, he was expecting to go 4, but he didn't throw many pitches, so they let him go 1 more.
Feels like, from what we've seen from Chicago this far.
Sunday hop, and it's Sunday. And a nice strong throw across the infield. Nice gets Rodriguez. And a quick 4th inning. Hopefully Sheboygan can get something going in the bottom half.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support programs like Boys and Girls Clubs and Girls Who Code that show kids they can dream anything and do even more.
Back here at Wildwood Park, Jacob Nies will start off the 4th inning for Sheboygan. Looking at some of these career lists, I'd mentioned Reinflesch is actually tied with Tom Eckert and Brandon Winfield for all-time saves at 14. Brad did pick up a save last year. If he can pick one up this year, he'll be the A's all-time leader in that department.
You wonder if just towards the end of the year and the A's are up by like 2 or 3 if they just stick
Reinflesch
in there.
Yeah, I think that was the case last year. When he picked up his save, it was late in the season. We needed a win in conference play, and he's also way up the list in strikeouts. He won't pass Casper this year, I don't believe. Brad has 689 strikeouts. Casper has 843. But we'll just have to wait and see. Nies swings at what looked like an outside pitch. Jacob grounded to short his first time.
Yeah, that breaking ball from Finelli's been good early on this game.
Takes that pitch out of the zone. Count is 1-1. Sheboygan still looking for their first hit.
I don't know if you remember, but last year, Marty, Sheboygan went 8 innings, nearly 9 innings without a base hit, and they were winning the game 4-0 before Jimmy got hit.
Good fastball by Finelli, gets Jacob. Nick Tenney is next. Nick grounded out his first time up. Looking for his first hit of the season.
Seems like what we've seen from Chicago this weekend is that they like to play their ace on the first game. Saw it with Landholm yesterday, and now so far Finelli is mowing right through the Sheboygan order through 3 1/3 innings.
He certainly has been good. After today, Sheboygan will take Monday off, and then they'll play Kewaskum at Wildwood Park. It's a 7:30 game. If you can't make it, you'll be able to watch the game on live stream. Lucas and I will be around. Fly ball hit out to center field, but Bowling able to make the play. 2 outs, bottom of the 4th. Jimmy Jurgensen up. Jimmy could turn one of those fastballs around and give Sheboygan the lead.
Yeah, get himself into that 10th spot all time for Sheboygan at 31 homers. He had his 30th yesterday. Back-to-back days with homers is something I'm sure he'd want to do.
This Hall of Famer, Hall of Fame slugger, played in the 70s and 80s and won 2 MVP awards and led the team in RBIs 4 years in a row. Bill got the answer right. It's Dave Kober. Kober was my neighbor when he was in high school, and when I was off to college, he was telling me he'd come over and shovel snow for my mom.
Oh, that's
which is
nice.
real nice. Yep. Dave and I go way back. Grounder to short. Nice play by Martin, and he gets Jurgensen. And that ends the 4th inning. After 4 complete, still no score.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you don't just feed yourself or your family. You help support programs like Simply Give that feed our neighbors in need.
Thank you.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Wingism number 1, the Flavor Saver. Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 2, the Joker.
Then her dad walked in. Dude, we're done eating. Use a napkin.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Why so serious?
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
I think our backyards were together. Colin Finelli, the Rockies starter, is going to lead off the 5th inning, hoping to help his cause. It's a shutout by both starters. Recklitis for the A's and Finelli for the Rockies. Colin was a strikeout victim to end the 2nd inning. Rex breaking pitch is in for a strike. Chicago has 2 singles, bloop singles to the outfield, but base hits nonetheless. Sheboygan hitless so far.
Yeah, both those singles came back-to-back as well.
The bouncing ball in the hole. Haas able to get there and make the play. Oh my. What a play by George Haas.
He was on the edge of the outfield when he made that play. Way to cover the ground by George Haas and make a great throw over Harry in time to get the pitcher Finelli.
Todd Goronsky is up next.
What we've seen so far this weekend, sorry to interrupt you, but it's just been great brand of baseball by both teams. It's been a lot of great defensive plays.
Harry likes those kind of bounce right up into his mitt. Another 3 unassisted. That's the second one of the game. Jeremy Spears has one of those 2 base hits for the Rockies. He's up. Jeremy played a mean right field in game 1 yesterday. He's getting his workout at catcher today. I'm not saying he's doing a bad job. I'm just saying he's having to work a little bit more than he did out in right field. A little tapper right back to Jared, and he tosses over to Harry for the out, and it's a quick 1-2-3, 5th inning. 3, 6, 8 batters in a row now for Jared, and as we head to the bottom of the 5th, it'll be Riley Palmquist leading off for Sheboygan.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you shop for more than yourself. You help support sustainability in all our communities.
Thank you.
Today, tomorrow, and for years to come. Whenever you shop Meijer, you shop for more than yourself. You help support sustainability in all our communities.
Thank you.
Today, tomorrow, and for years to come.
Bill and I talking about the old neighborhood. I was in the second house on the west side of the street on 10th and Lincoln. And then David's home was the third house. Bill's house was on 11th Street. And I believe our backyards backed up.
Did you guys ever know each other in
No,
childhood at
nope,
all? No?
nope. I wasn't good enough for Bill. I was considered an East Sider living on 10th Street. Riley Palmquist is going to be leading off, like I mentioned before we went to the break, and his first at bat, he flew out to center field. Palmquist, Casper, and Kiesler, the 7, 8, and 9 batters in the A's lineup.
This game's kind of feeling like game 1 of yesterday, where it feels like the first team that's going to go to their bullpen is going to come out of here with the loss.
I agree. Riley swinging at that first pitch, pops it up in foul ground, and Spears makes the play. Riley pretty disappointed. He wanted more out of that at bat.
Yeah, one pitch pop out. That's
the way things go.
That hurts. I mean, I know he's a great hitter, great defender, great all-around player, Riley Palmquist.
Cal Casper First pitch swinging, falls it back against the netting.
Both these teams are trying to attack early in the counts. They're just not having a lot of success. It's been a lot of soft ground balls. And if the count does seem to work deeper, it feels like the batter's just striking out. Not a whole lot of walks either. Side aims, of course.
With the lack of substitutes, Chicago also does not have any bat boys today. Means Jackson Tillman, the Sheboygan bat boy, has his work cut out for him. There's a drive to deep center field, but Bowling was out there, and he makes the catch. Looked like we could get some mileage on that ball hit by Casper, but Bowling pretty good out there. Kiesler up. He reached on a strikeout pass ball and died on third. Little looper out to right. Lugo makes the first catch. Makes the catch. I think that was about a 4 or 5 pitch inning, Lucas. And we're through 5, no score.
Let me tell you a story about a beer rooted in the heart of America, found in a community where a handshake is a sure contract, brewed for those who found opportunity in challenge and hope in tomorrow, raised by generations, willing to sip, share, risk, remember. This is a story bigger than beer. This is the story of the American spirit.
All right, guys, we got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. Enjoy. All right, DOA wings, hottest on the menu.
You got a problem?
Back here at Wildwood Park, getting ready to lead off the 6th inning for the Rockies will be Darius Lugo. Their fine right fielder. He's singled his first time up, hit that looper out to left field over Palmquist's head. I was just looking when we were getting ready to start the inning. Jared was warming up to number 25. That's Connor Palmquist. Bet that's Riley's brother, and Connor is considered a catcher.
Maybe you see him in game 2.
Yeah, it's from Oshkosh. Goes to Edgewood University.
Madison.
Fly ball out to right. Is caught out there by Tinney. Riley Palmquist is from Burlington, so I don't think they're brothers.
Related in some way.
Mike Martin up. Martin having a tough game, striking out in each of his first 2 at-bats.
Chicago's kind of kept that same approach that they had yesterday, just attacking early in counts. Haven't gotten too deep in many counts against Ricolitis. And when they have, it hasn't worked out for them.
1-1 is the count. Wind is not a factor. When you think back over the innings today, Rec hasn't gone to 3 balls very often
I can't
either.
remember.
So
I think the only time that Fanili on the other side has been the walk to Ames.
2-1 pitch is right there for a strike. Really? Fall off the mask of Cal Casper.
Mike Martin looking to stake it out of the 3 strikeouts and 3 at-bats. See if Rec can make it happen.
See what Rec goes with here, if it's a fastball or a breaking pitch. Looked like a changeup almost. But Martin goes down swinging, and he's down on strikes for the 3rd time in the game. 2 quick outs in the 6th. Brings up Bowling.
Bowling led off both games yesterday, but still back in center field.
Moved all the way down to 2nd in the order. Trying to bunt his way on. Missed it for a strike.
This game, I'd say, has been even more of a pitcher's duel than last game, the first game yesterday. I mean, Sheboygan doesn't even have a hit yet. And then 2 hits only on back-to-back singles for Chicago.
Harry takes it and hustles over to the bag for another 3 unassisted for him. But it's a quick 1-2-3 inning in the 6th. Let's see if Sheboygan gets something going in the bottom half.
Estimated hold time is now less than 96 minutes. We thank you for your patience.
Sorry, are you still there?
Yes.
Okay, please hold.
Sorry.
Who was known as Mr. October in Major League Baseball? The answer, Reggie Jackson, and our contestant got it right.
A's have had two
go ahead.
base runners today, or 3 base runners today, and 2 times it's been Alex Ames on hit by pitch and a walk.
And good eye by Alex taking that first breaking pitch down low. Finelli still on the hill for the Rockies. He's pitched a fine ball game.
Thing is, with both pitchers, I mean, neither have thrown anywhere near a lot of pitches in this game. All have been very efficient. So let's see how long they can go.
Neither pitcher has issued a walk, and yeah, that's right, 2 walks. Well, a walk and a hit by pitch. But not a lot of strikeouts either. Seems like the last 2 innings by both clubs have been a lot of first ball swinging.
Then you get Ames to the plate, and he works a count, and he's got a full count now.
Ames fouls that one off. Looked like a pretty good pitch to hit. And Nick takes that pitch high and tight for ball 4, and he's on again.
Walk number 9 in just 4 games.
In the first inning, when he reached on that hit by pitch, Haas was sacrificing, and late in the game, I certainly would expect him to be bunting again. Leave it
Jordan
up to
kind
Harry.
of creeping up on the third base side. Marty.
Paul?
See Jordan kind of creeping up on that third base side.
Yeah,
after
right.
He's thinking the same as you.
Might want to bunt that pitch down the first base side if possible. Haas not squaring up. Maybe Tim is thinking about trying to steal the base.
Ames has got the speed to do it. We haven't seen Spears throw down yet. Not been a lot of base runners where he's had to think about it.
Martin still creeping up. Or Jordan, rather. Late call, but they're calling Ames safe at second on the stolen base. The throw was off the mark. He actually got it there in time. Good throw by Spears. It was just off the mark, and Ames able to advance.
He seemed hung out to dry there. Now is the time where you'd think you'd want to bunt if you're Haas. Get over the third with less than 2 outs.
I agree with you. Now you do want to bunt it down the third base side, right?
Or just get a productive out some way, whether it be a ground ball or a fly out that can advance Ames. Just don't want to strike out here.
First baseman is up on the grass also. Haas squares the bunt and takes that pitch for a ball. Great opportunity for Sheboygan.
A game like this, 1 run feels like 5.
Isn't that the truth? And the pitch is way high. Another walk. Third walk issued by Finelli. You know, if Sheboygan can push a run across, it's the 7th inning already.
Yeah.
Harry is 0 for 2, looking for a hit. He's gotten a hit in every game that we've covered this season. He's got to keep our streak alive. Takes that pitch low and away. 2-0.
All of a sudden, Finelli, who was pounding the zone this entire day, is kind of struggling to find it right now. Don't want to reward him in any way, taking some bad swings. And Harry's not the guy that's going to do that anyway. But
this is always a curious or an interesting situation. You know, we have no score. We have runners on first and second, nobody out. 2-0 count to the batter. Do you swing? I mean, he's got to come in with a strike.
the A's don't even have a hit yet. Still, they don't have a hit in this game.
What do you think? Swinging or
no,
taking?
I'm not. I mean, if you're the ability of Harry and what he's built, I think you can swing. I think you've got the green light. But me personally, I would not swing here.
We're giving some signs out to Ames at second base. Let's see what Harry does. Bouncer up the middle and through, a base hit. Ames racing around third. He'll score. And moving into third is George Haas, and Harry comes through.
What's new? For
Oh,
Harry Snell?
boy.
I couldn't tell if that hit the hand of Finelli at pitching. The ball kind of seemed to slow up as it went up the middle, but got through nonetheless and scored the run.
We'll have to watch the replay, Lucas. Actually, here it is. We have the TV on in the booth, and it's about 10 seconds behind live action. Harry gets picked off. Oh, man.
Seemed like the A's were trying to pull the pickoff play that Chicago got to work for him yesterday, but Haas wasn't able to scamper his way home.
That brings up Neese. Jacob is up. He's got a man on third, only one out. Great opportunity to give Sheboygan a 2-run lead. And Jacob having a good rip. Fouled it straight back.
Especially with that infield in for Chicago. Means those holes are that much bigger on the infield for a ground ball to get through. And also a little bit more space for a pop-up in the shallow outfield.
Pitch is low and away. Finelli not showing the same stuff he did the first 5 innings. Started the inning off with a couple of walks, and then here he singled, driving in a run. Nick Tenney waiting on deck. I think Jacob is a key at bat.
Yes.
Get that run in right now.
Need that insurance run for Sheboygan. Put Chicago.
Oh, good pitch by Finelli. Got Jacob on strikes. Swing and a miss. Tenney is 0 for 2. The ground out and a fly out.
Yeah, that extra insurance run feels like it could put Chicago at a feeling where that's insurmountable with Recolytis on the mound, even though it's only 2 runs.
Exactly. There's a drive out into left, and it drops for a base hit. Tenney with a big 2-out single, and that gives Sheboygan a 2-run lead, and you feel a lot more comfortable with that 2-run lead versus the 1.
Exactly, and what a way to get your first hit of the season for Nick Tenney, at least at Wildwood Park. And first pitch attacking like most days have today, but he's the one that found success.
Jimmy getting a strike on the first pitch, swung at it, but all he could do is foul it back. Tenney taking a nice lead at first. Pitch is in the dirt, evens the count at 1-1. It's 2-0 Sheboygan. The 2 walks leading off the 6 have both scored. Jimmy hammers one to deep center field. Bowling, racing over, diving, and he cannot make the play. It rolls up against the fence. Jimmy going for 3. Here comes the strong throw in. And Jimmy is out, but give Jurgensen a RBI double. And he gets thrown out at third, but Sheboygan's going to go to the top of the 7th with a 3-run lead.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you don't just feed yourself or your family. You help support programs like Simply Give that feed our neighbors in need.
Thank you.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Wingism number 1, the Flavor Saver. Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism.
Back here at Wildwood Park, they're announcing the winning number for the 50-50. The winner is going to win $171. Leading off the 7th inning for Chicago is going to be Greg Ludwig. Ludwig 0 for 2. He's grounded out twice, both times to the right side. One to Haas and one to Harry.
See if Recklights has got that one more inning in him, shut down this offense for one more frame like he's done the first 6.
Recklightis' first pitch is up high.
He's one of those pitchers for Sheboygan that you just believe in, that can get outs. Throw strikes.
Harry, the veteran he is, came through. We expected him to. It was just a question, does he swing at that 2-0 pitch or not? And he did, and he was able to roll it up the middle. Seeing eye single.
Kind of opened the gates a little bit for Sheboygan. Strung together a couple hits after that. Being shut out for the first 6 innings. Got 3 hits in that 7th inning.
Recklightis has 4 strikeouts in the ball game. 11 men retired in a row. Ludwig pops it up on the infield. Palmquist calls and makes the catch.
Interesting to see Ludwig attack that 3-1 pitch in the 7th inning. Down by 3 runs, and you know how much of a struggle it's been to get runners at base.
12 retired for Jared in a row, and only 2 of those have been strikeouts. He's just been dominating. And looking at him the way he's pitching, I mean, his rhythm is great. Still got good velocity on his pitches. And Chicago having a very tough time.
Yeah, they strung together those 2 hits in the 3rd inning, but that's all they've had.
Mitch Jordan reached on an error and grounded out. He's 0 for 2. And couldn't check his swing. It's strike 3. Strikeout number 5 for Rec. Benji Rodriguez. I don't know if I should say it, but I will. He's 0 for the weekend.
Hopefully it stays that way for the A's. Played a solid 3rd base for Chicago yesterday. He played a solid 3rd base yesterday for Chicago.
Yeah, he did.
Yesterday.
He did. He's a good fielder.
He's at 2nd today.
You know, you look at Benji's stature, he seems like he would be more apt for his build to be a second baseman. 2 strikes, swing and a miss, and that's the ball game. Recklightis finishes it off with a strikeout, and Sheboygan wins game 1 of today's doubleheader 2-0 in what was a very entertaining ball game. 3-0. 3-0. A's win it.
Yeah, this game was, you know, you look back at that 7th inning and see the 3 hits and the 3 runs Sheboygan scored, but Jared Recklightis is the reason that they were still in that game. He was dominant all day long. They gave a base runner since the 3rd inning. He was, beside those 2 hits, he was absolutely locked down. Another great pitching performance from him, and the A's get it done in game 1.
Very quick game. I've got it at under an hour and a half, and in about 25 to 30 minutes, we'll come back with game 2. We look forward to bringing you that game. Hopefully Sheboygan can sweep today's doubleheader. Again, Sheboygan a winner behind Jared Recklightis, 3-0.